why you need to avoid taking loans. Yes, why do you need to avoid taking loans? Because I know it is something that I've also had my fair share of experience. I used to take loans a while back, and it weighed me down financially, because every now and then I used to go to my mobile loans, download all this application, take these loans, and these people do not have a single thing like professionalism existing in their work morals or work ethics, if I may say. Because if today, let's say you take a loan and you are successful, 1 week for you to make your payment, they'll start calling you every minute. After every 10 minutes, they call you, they start telling you, hey, hi Dennis, do you remember you're supposed to pay your loan? If you pay earlier, you'll get this, you'll get this discount, you'll get this amazing idea that we have to offer. And they're selling loans on a day-to-day basis. There are very many financial institutions that now know how to capitalize on this. And the purpose on as to why I created this topic on why we need to avoid taking loans is because I know the problems and downsides you will receive should you proceed with taking those loans. And today we are going to discuss on why we need to avoid taking loans in depth so that we have a clear understanding on why these loans are not going to contribute to your financial health. And even many people have ended up killing themselves, murdering themselves because of this issue. So today we are going to have a deep dive on this. And I believe by the end of this talk, somebody out there will be well educated on matters surrounding loans. And not only for these mobile loans, but all the other loans. These people are selling their products to you, but they're not telling you the actual truth. There is a scenario whereby you apply for a loan of 100,000, but the money disbursed to your account is 50,000. Then you end up start asking yourself, okay, what is going on? What is going on? But they tell you, okay, the 50,000 is service fee, but you are expected to pay 100,000. In other scenarios, the mobile loans, you take 7,000 or 10,000, but what is disbursed is almost half, but not the entire percentage. So one thing is we need to avoid taking loans. We need to avoid taking loans completely. The moment you stop taking loans, you will realize that your financial health is improving at a very, very, very great rate. So why do we need to avoid taking loans? The first two reasons is understanding the downsides of frequent loans. And the one downside of frequent loans is high interest cost. Imagine a situation whereby you are applying for a loan of 1,000 shillings. The only money disbursed to your account is 700, but you are expected to pay the 1,000 shillings. Should you default, every day you are charged a 10% increase on the entire amount. That means you every day you don't pay your loan on time, you'll be charged 100 shillings extra on the 1,000 loan. At the end of the month, instead of paying 1,000, you'll be expected to pay 4,000 Kenyan shillings that has been accrued due to your delayed payment. But even if you pay on time, is it really fair that 30% of your entire amount has been taken or has been withheld back as interest rates that you're supposed to be paying? It doesn't really make sense. Then the second downside of being the second downside you face for somebody who takes loans frequently is the debt cycle will never stop. People have been taking loans. The moment you earn something, you use that amount to pay the loans, then you take more loans. So the cycle never stops. So assuming today you have a loan of 10,000, the next day you are paid, let's say 30,000. You take 10,000 to pay the 10,000, your loan increases from 10 to 15. That entices you. So instead of stopping and folding your hands and telling yourself, today I'm disciplined, I won't take a loan, you are tempted to take the 15,000. So the two downsides is, first of all, high interest rates, and the debt cycle you begin will never stop. So how can you avoid taking loans? First, start with a budget. Remember, there is a clip that I did. You'll just be able to, I'll try and pin it here at the start of this video, where I'm advising you on how to do your monthly budgets. And that is on the 50-30-20 rule. 50 on the expenses, 30 on the needs, then 20% on the wants. No, I think 30% on the needs, then 20% on the wants. And on the wants, that is, you're focusing on the 20% should be allocated on the savings, the 30% should be allocated on any other thing, then 50% should be dedicated to your expenses. And the 30% you can use it maybe on your entertainment or etc. etc. So you must be able to create a budget and track your expenses. That is the only way you will avoid debts. The purpose on as to why we end up applying or taking loans is because we are either overspending, we are not tracking our expenses, and the other thing, we are not sticking to our budgets. Yes, we have a budget. Your budget is, you are not supposed, let's say, you're supposed to commit 5,000 on this specific expense. But due to impulse buying or due to something that has just come up, you take that money, redirect it, and you still need money to fill or to complete the needs of your budget. So what do? You end up taking a loan. Is it sustainable? It is not sustainable. So first of all, you must create a budget. Second of all, you must be in a position of tracking your expenses. And third of all, please stick to the budget that you have created. Now, another thing, everybody as of now, if you have been watching this channel from the word go, you'll notice that I've always been an advocate of creating an emergency fund account. And why do I do this? That emergencies are bound to happen. You need to be properly prepared for it. So if it reaches a point whereby an emergency happens, you already have an emergency fund put aside. And this emergency fund is not just sitting idle somewhere, but it's money maybe you've put in your money market fund account because it is highly the liquidity is high when you place your money on a money market fund account. It is maybe money you've placed it on a bank account, but I highly advise you to put it on a money market fund account. Why? Because the interest rates are paid monthly and compounded over time. So basically, as much as it will be sitting there, you'll also be able to earn something from it. If you want to know about all these things, I also have a video on SACCO and MMFs. But I'm encouraging you, open an emergency account. Consider putting that money in an MMF so that it is highly liquid. You can go there and access it within 20 to 48 hours should an emergency arise. And this will help you to avoid taking loans, because in most cases, people take loans because of emergency. You have something that you have to buy urgently, or you have a bill that has just come up, or you are sick, and you have to now go to download all these loan apps. One is giving you 1,000, another one 1,500, and you need 10,000. So you can imagine you're taking loans from almost 10 apps, my friend. Your entire month will be hell, because these people are committed and dedicated to calling you after every 10 minutes. You will not breathe. So if you can avoid taking loans, kindly do. And the one thing you can do that is prepare budgets, stick to it, track your expenses, and build an emergency fund account. Then I will also advise you to get another account which is called the Thinking Fund account. And the Thinking Fund account helps you to put in expenses, like maybe you're preparing to pay a fees, maybe you're preparing for a wedding, maybe you're preparing to build a house or something. So you have this sinking fund that you're just pushing money out there in anticipating a certain expense in future. Okay, so you're just putting your money somewhere, anticipating a certain expense that is coming in. So when you reach that point when maybe you need your school fees, or maybe you need to attend a wedding, or you need even to plan for a wedding, you have the funds readily available. So you can also consider putting this money in a bank account, in an MMF. So as you prepare towards meeting that expense, you are well, because you already have funds provided for that. Okay, so a sinking fund will also prevent you from taking debts. Then you should also explore the need of having side hustles. Personally, for me, I have side hustles, and that's why you can see me with these two trophies, which we won, which were awarded by UN Women when we were advocating on matters ending sexual harassment and also issues surrounding GBV. So we participated in that, and we were awarded these two trophies. And those are some of the side hustles that I have that complement my income. Because if you are paid, let's say 50,000, then you have, let's say, a side hustle that, let's say, pays you 10,000 or 15,000. Then basically, that money can complement your income, and the chances of you applying for a loan are very, very minimal. So if you're somebody, maybe you're in graphics design, maybe you're somebody who can offer, let's say, teaching services. Right now, kids are at home, but there are those families who employ, who want their kids to be taught maybe when they're on holiday, you can also take advantage of that and offer these tutoring services. Then, this is very key. Try investing in money market fund account, investing in circles, so that with the extra interest rates you earn, you are able to reinvest them, or they can be you are able to meet a few bills here and there, because at least you are afloat with the interest that you're earning. Okay. Then number 8 is you're supposed to practice delayed gratification expenses. And this is to those people who buy things because of impulse. We are on Black November. Every e-commerce platform is now marketing their merchandise at a very, very discounted rates. So you see something that you love and you're like, I need this thing. It's 40K. You go and take all your money and put it there. You've already purchased it and that's it. Please stop impulse buying and also delay gratification for purchase. Okay. Then focus on paying off existing loans. One thing is, the moment you have one loan, before you even consider taking another loan, which I wouldn't even advise, kindly focus on paying the existing loan. Now, here you can focus on prioritizing the loans. You can either pay those loans with high interest first, or rather pay those loans with less interest first. Okay, so by prioritizing the payment of these loans, you are now offloading your shoulder from even more burden. Okay? So, what I will advise you is, first of all, pay the debts, and if you can avoid, don't take another loan. I know this is something most of the people do not really want to consider, but I think I will advise you on doing so, and that is seeking financial advice. I know many people out there do not want to seek financial advice, but if you have somebody whom you trust, or if you need a financial advisor, you can be able to walk into your bank and they'll be able to give you one person who will be able to take you through this. Apologies for that. So you go out there and you seek their counsel, and they'll be able to guide you on how best you can manage your funds and how best you need to work within your means so that you don't overspend. Okay. So one thing I want to encourage everyone is, yes, you can live without taking a loan. You can survive without taking a loan. And the fact that you are in this debt, it means you needed something to fit to maybe pay a bill, an emergency bill. You needed maybe to buy something that you could survive with. You could survive without. So if you just learn to live within your means and properly budget your finances and understand your financial goals, I believe you can survive without taking a loan. So I will encourage people out there, please do not take something that you'll regret earlier. Okay? You'd rather stop taking these loans and survive. With that said and done, I want to appreciate you for sticking to my video towards the end. And remember to like and subscribe. If you want to watch all the other videos that I've posted, you can just feel free to check it on my YouTube. And every time I'll be trying as much as I can to upload a video on a day-to-day basis, so that I can enable you and I can strengthen you as far as your financial management is concerned. With that said and done, have a good day.